President Trump said it well. The American dream is under attack by the Socialist Nightmare, and however moderate or unassuming Joe Biden may seem, his rise to power is the start of our downfall. We all know the corruption and weakness that Biden is guilty of. His dealings as vice president are proof enough. During the Obama administration, Biden wasn't just willfully blind to government corruption and abuse of power, he was at the very center of it. When the IRS was used to target Obama's critics and political opponents, Biden was there. When the Obama administration normalized domestic spying based on non-existent or fabricated information, Biden lied about his involvement. As American citizens struggled to make ends meet in the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis, Biden was happy to receive money from a number of suspicious individuals. Joe Biden is a terrible leader, known for damaging legislation and weak moral character, a person lacking strength and basic competency, who parrots the agenda of whatever silver spoon feeds him. When it really comes down to evaluating Joe Biden, people are missing what voting for him actually means. It's not so much who Biden is, it's what he represents and the people behind him. Voting for Biden means voting for anti-American values, for more leftism, more socialist policies. It's voting for the likes of Kamala Harris, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, AOC, and others who embody the worst of the Democratic Party. The limousine socialists, the sensationalists, the fakers who say anything to craft an image and win their next election. The politicians who will easily manipulate Biden from the sidelines. It's voting to be like other countries, the socialist nations full of people who, in many cases, desire to live in a more free, capitalist society. It means voting for more radical leftism, for groups like Antifa, the Black Writers' Liberation Party, Democratic Socialists of America, and anarchist groups. More than anything though, voting for Joe Biden means voting for the downfall of America, for further embracing the worst of the leftist ideology. It's voting for politicians who want to destroy our border security, restrict or outright dismantle our Second Amendment, crush our economy, and demolish our personal freedoms. Biden and his handlers have found their base in feel-good policies, the sort of leftist idea that on the surface represent equality and social justice, but in reality undermine the betterment of the less privileged. Leftism, it should be clear, is disdain for the American way of life, and socialism is yet another tool for supporting an anti-American agenda. Religious freedom, personal betterment, independence from the government, the right to free speech and expression. Leftists want to abolish all of that, especially the capitalist system that has made our country so successful. They want to bog down our country with even more regulation and useless bureaucracy. This is not anti-intellectualism or greed talking. A number of highly educated academics such as Milton Friedman and Thomas Sowell have agreed with the conclusion that socialism and big government are detrimental to both economic growth and society at large. Governmental bodies are some of the most backwards, incompetent, and slow-moving institutions on the face of the planet. Giving the US more power over individual citizens goes directly against our best interests. Recognize that our God-given right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is under threat. Joe Biden and the leftists behind him will further the moral deterioration of our society. They will seek to destroy the values and the identity unique to America. As former President Barack Obama said in his campaign, now echoed by Biden, he and leftists want to fundamentally transform America. If you love something, you don't want to fundamentally transform it, you want to improve it. With no thanks to the left, Trump has made more to improve our country in 3.5 years than Biden has in 47. Steve Jobs once said that innovation distinguishes between leaders and followers. Between Joe Biden and President Donald Trump, Who do you think fits that description more? President Trump is a businessman first, experienced in free enterprise, a fierce patriot, and a protector of the Constitution. He goes where people have never gone before and is unapologetic about speaking his mind. He upsets the status quo. He doesn't shy from confrontation or buckle under pressure. The entire argument of voting for Biden is that he's a so-called nice guy. He's more likable and safe, according to his sponsors like Michelle Obama. But nice guys don't get the job done. Being nice does not make someone qualified to be the leader of our country. President Donald Trump has been opposed by the media and government officials in almost every conceivable way. He has faced an unseen amount of scrutiny, non-stop campaigns against his character, his family, his politics, and had every word out of his mouth politicized to an absurd degree. Even so, our president has not wavered. During his first term, President Trump has brought back manufacturing jobs, raised median income levels for average American households, lowered unemployment to record numbers for women, veterans, youths, African Americans, and other minority groups. He brought foreign enemies to justice, grappled with communist China, taken monumental steps towards global peace with nations like North Korea and the UAE. He stands for law and order, freedom, prosperity, patriotism, and the unique drive behind American innovation. As a businessman, President Trump understands the economic dimensions of liberty and what it takes to make difficult decisions. We don't need a sleepy puppet for president. We need Donald Trump. Vote President Donald Trump for re-election.